What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets Radio. First, want to start out by saying thank you to everybody who called in our show Tuesday night. Wild show after a terrible defeat. A lot of great takes, so we definitely appreciate that. The news of the day right now is Quincy Enunwa out for the year, and there's a lot of things we can discuss with this. First thing is just for his well-being. A neck injury is ridiculously serious. It's his second one, and now you got to kind of hope that this is not career-ending. I'm a big fan of Quincy Enunwa. I'm glad they re-signed him. Great guy, on and off the field, a great leader, a great ambassador, a great team guy. He's been on our show a couple times, phenomenal interviews. So first and foremost, you worry about his health and that he could bounce back, and this is not the end of his career. Then when you look at after that, it's like one of the biggest issues with the Jets was they're kind of top-heavy in talent. You have Robbie, you have Quincy, then you have Jamison Crowder. After that, you're not really sure. So you have Josh Bellamy. They trade for Demaryius Thomas. I think to expect a lot about Demaryius Thomas Monday night would be too much to ask, but he could be a good red zone target. He can definitely help out. He knows Adam Gase's system, so there's definitely some positives there. In terms of other free agents, Des Bryant, I mean, what are we doing here? That's not going to happen. Brandon Marshall, no. Eric Decker, I highly doubt it. I mean, you're looking at guys that are familiar with Adam Gase. I mean, maybe Deontay Burnett is something. Do you consider Pierre Gerson? Do you consider Bruce Ellington? You can throw a lot of names out there. I think the answer is right in front of us, and it's Ty Montgomery. Ty Montgomery was grossly underutilized on Sunday, which, whatever. That's because Adam Gase is the coach. But you can use him as a wide receiver, and then you could put Bell and Powell in the backfield at the same time. You can use Montgomery in a variety of ways. That's probably what they're going to have to do. They have no choice now. Because now you have Robbie, you have Crowder. I think Montgomery could be the X factor. And you also got to consider that you have Le'Veon Bell and Powell are also good receivers out of the backfield. You can use them. You could also maybe try to incorporate your tight end, Ryan Griffin. So there are some options. It's not exactly the end of the world. Quincy is is a physical quality player, but I think the Jets can find ways to offset the loss of him. Probably easier than saying losing a different player. I think there's definitely some ways. So for me, it's like I said, I would use Montgomery more. It's not hard to do after last week, but you could also get Powell more involved. Use your running backs. Use that guy. Use Griffin. And go from there. Other than that, like I said, Demaryius Thomas, it's interesting. He's not the player that he used to be, but he's still a quality wide receiver. So it's experience. What you get out of Josh Bellamy, I really have no idea. Do you want to expect anything out of Berrios or even Greg Dortch? I mean, you're really kind of reaching here. So now you got to get more out of what you have. So that's more Robbie, more Montgomery. Get Powell involved and go from there. And then it comes down to the offensive line has got to be much better, and you got to get Sam time to throw the ball. I mean, it's fun to have all these weapons, but if Sam's running for his life or he's getting skittish in the pocket, that's not a good thing. I mean, you hear there's a cop car coming right now. They thought it was a crime how bad the offensive line was. So, again, Quincy's injury is big, but it can be overcome. It starts with the offensive line. Then it starts with the play calling. Adam Gase has got to open the playbook up. And I understand it's a challenge if Darnold's running for his life or the offensive line is kind of erratic, but you can't keep thinking and dunking because it's just going to end up ugly. Spread the ball deep, play action pass, change things up a little bit. You got to. This game is imperative to win. You can't play games. You can't be conservative. Use all your resources. Maximize all your resources. That's what you were brought here for, Adam Gase, and see what happens. So we are live Friday night previewing Jets-Browns. Plenty to talk about. A lot of great matchups to think about, and we'll go from there. Talk to you then.